There are some laws that we cannot evade. The laws of physics, for example. But we can study them, test them, and so redefine their limits for pure driving pleasure. The Cayman, the code of the curve. With Porsche Entry and Drive, it is even quicker and easier to access your vehicle. Simply touch the door handle and the doors unlock automatically, provided of course that the key is in close proximity to the vehicle. The vehicle's unlocking settings, either both doors or the driver's door only, are entered via the multifunction display. Press the open button on the key twice to unlock both doors, regardless of which setting has been stored using the multifunction display. Just in case, there is an emergency key. Which will even lock and unlock the glove compartment. Use the button to lock and unlock your Cayman from inside. With Porsche Entry and Drive, the luggage compartment opens as your hand approaches the front luggage compartment lid in the area between the Porsche crest and the number plate, or the rear luggage compartment in the area beneath the wing. With Porsche Entry and Drive, the relevant lid will then unlock automatically. You can unlock the front luggage compartment lid by pressing the button on the key. Then release the safety catch using the red lever. To unlock the rear luggage compartment, press the button on the back of the key. From inside the car, you can also open the luggage compartment lids using the buttons in the door sill on the driver's side. Both lids are locked with a single press. On vehicles with a memory package, the Easy Entry system slides the seat and steering wheel back to facilitate access. This function can be activated and deactivated via the multifunction display. To stow beverages, press on the trim panel above the glove compartment and fold out one or both cup holders. Then close the panel again to ensure that the cup holder cannot inadvertently move about whilst the vehicle is in motion. Depending on the configuration, Cayman models come with a cigarette lighter and one or more plug sockets. The memory package automatically stores your most recently selected seat, steering wheel, and exterior mirror positions on your key when you leave the vehicle. When you return, the vehicle restores your settings. The memory package also stores to your key other personal settings relating to the audio system and automatic climate control, as well as your preferred settings for the multifunction display. For example, activation of the Easy Entry system on your key. It is possible to deactivate the automatic storage of settings to the key via the multifunction display. Regardless of whether or not this feature is enabled through the multifunction display, with the memory button 3 on the inside of the door, you can store settings on your key at any time. Press Set, followed by 3. Simply press 3 again to retrieve your settings later. The electric steering wheel adjustment facility allows you to modify your steering wheel position manually at any time. The same applies to your seat position using the buttons on the side of the seat. The following are individually adjustable: seat cushion depth, length, seat height and angle, backrest angle, and lumbar support. You are also able to store your personal seat, steering wheel, and exterior mirror settings using the memory buttons. For example, to save a seat position that differs from the one stored on your key. In this case, press Set, followed by 1. A signal confirms that the setting has been saved. To recall the setting later, just press 1. A second person may store their settings using button 2. Ready to go? With Porsche Entry and Drive, simply turn the electric ignition switch briefly to the right to start the engine. The key just has to be inside the car. Both models come with automatic driving lights as standard. Turn the light switch on the dashboard to Auto. The lights will now come on as soon as it gets dark. To switch between side lights and driving lights, rotate the light switch. A pull on the switch activates the rear fog light. The control for the electric parking brake is located underneath the light switch. Press this button to activate the parking brake. Apply the brakes and pull the button to subsequently disengage it. The electric parking brake disengages automatically if you have your seatbelt on and you then start up normally when the doors are closed. The new Cayman models are available with Porsche Doppelkupplung (PDK) as an option. PDK shifts gears for you, but you can still change gear manually with the shift buttons on the steering wheel or using the PDK gear selector. To shift up, press the button. To shift down, pull the button down. With the optional Sport Design steering wheel, you change down using the left-hand shift pedal and change up using the right-hand one. The top left control stalk operates the headlight flasher and high beam, as well as the indicators. The hold function maintains brake pressure and thereby ensures that you can move off on a gradient without rolling back. The right-hand stalk controls the windscreen wipers. Activate the optional rain sensor by pushing the stalk up one position. The windscreen wipers will now start automatically in the wet. Want to modify the rain sensor's sensitivity? Push the small switch on the right of the control stalk up or down. On vehicles without a rain sensor, the switch in this position can be used to choose between 4 intermittent stages of wiping. The wiping speed can also be adjusted manually. Push the stalk up further for slow or fast wiping. For a one-off wipe, tap the stalk downwards. To change the wiper blades, for example, tap the stalk down after the ignition is turned off to put the windscreen wipers into the service position. Pull the stalk towards you to use the windscreen washer system. When you have to wait, the auto start-stop function switches the engine off. For vehicles with PDK, when you apply and hold the brake pedal. For cars with a manual transmission, when you select neutral and release the clutch pedal. All audio and communication systems remain switched on, as does the air conditioning system. If applicable, the airflow is reduced. The auto start-stop symbol on the multifunction display shows a green light. If the auto start-stop symbol appears yellow, this means that the auto start-stop function is inactive or restricted. Examples where this may occur include high demands being placed on the air conditioning, such as in AC max mode, or during in-vehicle test sequences. On vehicles with PDK, the engine restarts as soon as you release the brake, press the accelerator pedal, or select reverse gear. On cars with a manual transmission, it restarts as soon as you operate the clutch. You can switch the auto start-stop function on or off at any time. Use the lower left-hand stalk on the steering wheel to operate the adaptive speed control system, the adaptive cruise control, which you switch on and off with a button on the side. Push the stalk away from you to set the current speed as the speed you wish to maintain, or to increase it. Pulling the stalk towards you reduces it. Adaptive cruise control regulates the speed of your car in line with the speed of the car in front. If it slows down, the system automatically brakes, even down to a halt. This reduces the stress on you, especially on long stretches of road. In the center of the stalk is a rocker switch, the distance control. The rocker changes the distance you wish to maintain between you and the car in front in 4 stages. The multifunction display indicates the speed you wish to maintain, your current speed, and the distance set, and the speed of the car in front. Nevertheless, you can regain control at any time with the brake or the accelerator. You can also interrupt adaptive cruise control by moving the stalk to the off position. Return to adaptive cruise control with resume. To reduce fuel consumption, vehicles equipped with Porsche Doppelkupplung (PDK) are able to coast in certain driving situations. Say, for example, you want to reduce your speed. When you take your foot off the accelerator pedal, PDK automatically disengages the gear it is in, and you coast on without engine power until you reach your desired speed or press the brake or accelerator pedal. PDK engages the correct gear again within fractions of a second. Or you can coast on gentle inclines to keep your speed constant, and therefore drive more efficiently. It is possible to deliberately activate the coasting function by shifting up manually until coasting mode clicks in. The coasting and auto start-stop functions can both be switched on and off using the button on the center console. With the optional 2-zone automatic climate control, you can control the temperature automatically via the center console by pushing or pulling the separate controls for driver and passenger. Want the same temperature on the passenger side as for the driver? Press the Auto Sync button for 3 seconds, and Sync will appear on the display. You can now adjust the temperature for both zones within the 2-zone automatic climate control using just the button on the driver's side. It is possible to adjust the airflow and air distribution manually too. For example, you may prefer to direct it towards the windscreen to counteract condensation. Want maximum air conditioning? Or select the air recirculation function. Pressing the Auto Sync button returns to the two-zone automatic climate control. The optional seat heating and seat ventilation are likewise controlled by buttons on the center console. The Cayman models feature a heated rear screen, heated exterior mirrors, and a windscreen defrosting function. The multifunction display, or the PCM, allows you to control other air conditioning settings for the two-zone automatic climate control system, such as the airflow. Choose the gentle mode to minimize the amount of noise from the blowers. The enhanced ventilation field for both zones can also be switched on or off via the air conditioning settings. What is more, when the weather turns colder, you can also let the optional steering wheel heating warm you up. Curves follow their own rules. One is, always keep an eye on the figures. The rev counter also shows the current gear, and on cars with PDK, the gear selector position. Furthermore, the upshift indicator on the display underneath the rev counter lets you know the best time to change gear manually. The multifunction display located within the right-hand circular instrument provides you with driving information from the onboard computer. To read data or customize vehicle settings, set functions using the right-hand lower stalk on the steering column or on the optional multifunction steering wheel. To scroll through the menu, use the roller on the steering wheel or the stalk. To select menu items, push the roller on the steering wheel or the stalk. To go back, use the back button on the steering wheel or